Canada's 2026 Olympic men's hockey team is either going to win gold. Both things can be true, because this roster is loaded. Like you blink and a Hall of Famer skates past you loaded, but the Olympics don't care about your points race. NHL players are back for 2026. That's the whole point. The last two Olympics didn't have them. Canada finished 6th in 2022, bronze in 2018. That's not Canada hockey energy. That's what just happened energy. So this roster feels like a response. Like a group chat message that starts with, "All right, enough." Start with the name everyone knows, Connor McDavid. The headliner, the nightmare. The guy other teams design entire systems around. And somehow, this is his first Olympics. That still sounds fake, but it's real. He just proved what he does to short tournaments at the Four Nations face-off. Overtime winner. Tournament-ending speed. One touch, one burst. Goodbye. Olympic hockey is basically highlights with consequences. If you have one guy who can end a tournament in one rush, you're already ahead. McDavid is that guy. He doesn't dominate the puck. He dominates space. If McDavid is the headline, McKinnon is what makes this unfair. 4 goals in 4 games at Four Nations. Different energy. McDavid makes you feel late. McKinnon makes you feel small. Straight lines. Violence in motion. No hesitation. If you're a coach, you're staring at a whiteboard thinking, cool, which poison do I want tonight? And then there's Crosby. This is where the roster stops being a list and starts feeling like a story. He's 38. And he's one of only 2 players on this team who's actually been to the Olympics before. The other is Drew Doughty. That matters because in one-game pressure, teams look for gravity. Someone who feels like calm. Crosby is calm in human form. Face-offs, bench control, game management. And yeah, they'll show the golden goal again, because that clip is basically a national heirloom. But what Crosby really brings isn't nostalgia. It's control. Cale Makar might be the most important player on this team, because Olympic hockey always turns into 2 things: odd man rushes, power plays. Makar is built to win both. He's not a defenseman who joins the rush. He is the rush. And he fixes mistakes before they become goals. That's the quiet Olympic superpower. Doughty is here for the 5 ugly minutes. Every Olympic game has them. A bad change, a weird bounce, stretch where nothing feels clean. You don't want freelancing. You want someone who's lived through it. That's Doughty. Canada named their first 6 early: Crosby, McDavid, McKinnon, Makar, Braden Point, Sam Reinhart. That tells you the identity. Speed down the middle, elite from the blue line, and killers when games tighten. Point and Reinhart are the quietly terrifying ones. They don't need to dominate the puck. They just end shifts. Look at the full group. There are no easy minutes, Martian, Marner, Stone, Hagel, Suzuki, Horvat, Cirelli, Wilson. Every line has skill. Every line has bite. Every line has a job. Canada didn't just pick names. They picked roles. Here's the part nobody likes to talk about. Only 2 players on this entire roster have ever played in the Olympics before. That's insane. They have cups. But the Olympics are still a different planet. Your whole country just saw that turnover pressure. This team can steamroll the tournament. Can also have one game where everything feels awkward, because Olympic chemistry is not optional. You don't get time. You get a window. Then you're in the bracket. Which brings us to the face of 2026, Macklin Celebrini, 19, youngest on the team. Already producing, already trusted. This is the swing piece. If he walks in comfortable, Canada's offense comes in waves. It's not lines, waves. But if he looks like a teenager, Suddenly realizing he's playing next to Crosby and McDavid, now you're managing nerves. And tournaments do not wait for nerves. It's a great bet. But it becomes a storyline the second something goes wrong. Marchand and Tom Wilson on the same national team is objectively funny. If you're in another country, you're not just dealing with skill, you're dealing with irritation. Someone is going to take a penalty they regret, and then McDavid is on the ice. Good luck. Canada is bringing back the same defense group that won the Four Nations tournament. That matters. Short tournaments expose defensive chemistry immediately. Bad reads become goals. Good pairings erase chaos. This group already knows each other. That's survival value. Binnington is the headliner. He delivered at Four Nations. Not mythical. Not superhuman. Solid. And sometimes solid is all Canada needs. Kumper and Logan Thompson are there too. The room isn't thin. This is Canada. The goalie conversation is never calm. It's a national hobby. Their group, Czechia, Switzerland, France, those are not freebies. Those are the teams that turn games into traps. One-goal games, shot block festivals, where you start squeezing your stick. If Canada wins gold, the story is easy. McDavid got his Olympics. Crosby passed the torch without letting go. Makar ran the tournament. The depth suffocated everyone. If they don't, the story is also easy. One weird night. One missed power play. One goalie playing like folklore. And suddenly everyone's asking, wait, are we really doing this again? It's the Olympics. This team feels annoyed. Annoyed about 2018. Annoyed about 2022. Annoyed about the years without best and best. And an annoyed Team Canada is not a fun opponent. So here's the real question. Final 5 minutes. Gold medal game. Tie score. Do you load up McDavid and McKinnon and dare the world? Or do you trust the structure and let the depth win it? Because that decision might decide the tournament.